Happy Friday. It's been a long week. Nice that St. Patrick's Day's on Friday this week. Going to be playing a little bit of some Irish tunes here for us as we chat away. Should be a good time. Hello, Marty. Hello, Miss Dyer. Hello, David. Make sure we are on here. What's up with this? What is this? Oh, here we go. Wow. That was a little delayed. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Clear picture. Internet's working good. Everybody's on here. Also, if you want to chat, I have the subscriber chat clicked where you have to be a subscriber for 1 minute to be able to chat in the chat room to keep out some of the unwanted spam and stuff like that. YouTube does have an option where we can do that. So if you're having trouble in the chat or not able to chat, make sure that you're subscribed and you will be able to do that. Hey, DJI, how are you? Hey, Schwackhammer. Hey, ZM. Well, thank you very much. Yes, everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope everybody is celebrating some of their Irish heritage. A lot of family on my mom's side of the family are Irish. I got my Titanic cup. People may say, well, that's not very Irish. It's very Irish, considering it was built Belfast, Ireland, I believe. Belfast. One of them little places in Ireland. I hope everybody's doing good. I know it's a little early today, probably earlier than we will ever do a live show, but me and Jessica have some things going on tonight. Going to be hanging out with some family and stuff. Hey, Gary, Andrea, Cement Shoes, hello. Hey, Taz, Teresa, Debbie, Catherine, Ray, Tyler, Sonia, hello. Hey, Mark from Phoenix. Hey, Crown Apple Kid. Yes, we're going to jam. All the music that is in today's live stream is written and created by yours truly. All of this stuff is Irish inspired, but it's a lot of type of music that I play, more of like a classical Irish music. So you'll probably recognize some of it. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Paula. Thank you, Catherine. Hello, Marty. Hello, Julie. Hello, Eva. Just going to kind of play some things throughout. Still want to sit and chat with you guys on this happy day. My family does it up for St. Patrick's Day. Mostly food and stuff. A lot of my family doesn't drink. I don't really drink much. I might have a little, I don't know, something tonight, but not much. No Irish coffee. And Pike's Place comes out of Seattle, so. However, feel free to have an adult beverage or whatever you do, however you celebrate your own way. I thought this would be, I always have people coming on here wanting me to do a little bit of music, and I know a lot of Irish type music, so figured it'd be a good day for that. I cannot find my hat. I actually have glasses and a big top green hat, but couldn't find them. Hello, Charmania. Hello, Krusty. What's my favorite cheese? You should know that if you watch the channel. It's Brie. Brie is probably my favorite cheese. like sharp cheddar too. Good stuff. I've been really liking the Tillamook lately. One, I mean, you know, it's a little pricey, but it's cheaper than a lot of other expensive cheeses. So, you know, for $4, I did get the couple packs of the bricked cheese at Target the other day. It was 2 for $7. A little pricey, but sometimes you got to get something you really like. Well, I like Colby Jack too. That's Jessica's favorite, Colby Jack. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Top of the morning to you. Patricia says her husband likes good aged Swiss that smells like stinky gym socks or gym shoes. Oh, yeah, I've never really... You know, I've had some good Limburger cheese, and yes, if I do eat it, I have to hold my nose while... I love it. I mean, it's good, but yeah, it stinks. Getting ready to eat a Reuben sandwich. There you go. I may actually get a Reuben later. We have a famous restaurant. Kind of a, you can eat there, but it's more of a pack it up and go type restaurant. Izzy sells some of the best Reubens on the planet, and they're huge. People always complain about them being really expensive. And it's like, the sandwich is like this, and it's like $11, and you get a potato pancake. Now, it's German, really, but it's got the corned beef, you know, just as... Hello, Laura. Thank you, VT. Thank you very much. Or VF. Sorry, I got my tablet over here so that I can hold the guitar, so it's kind of hard to see some of this stuff. Oh, that sounds good. Nothing like slow-cooked corned beef. I hope some people were able to get some sales. Not very many good sales on corned beef this year. The cheapest I saw it was Aldi for $2.99 a pound. Some people were saying that their Meyer had corned beef for $2.99 a pound. Ours was $3.99, but they didn't even have any. They sell out of it pretty quick. Hey, Joyce. Tots Adventures, Travel Adventures. Kim. Cheryl. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today in this mid-afternoon St. Patty's Day party. Yeah, $3.99 at Kroger. They did have, they had the point cut, which is more of the top cut of the brisket at Aldi for $3.99, and then they had the flat cuts for $2.99. Have you and Jess ever been to Ireland? No, we have not. We were just talking about that. She said, why would... Because I said, I'd never want to go. And she said, well, why not? I said, I never want to leave the country. I would like. We were also talking about what our favorite Irish food is, and I don't know. I pretty much like everything. Jessica, though, she said if we ever do go to Ireland, she's going to die because she's not going to be able to eat anything. I said, well, I've heard that the number one thing that most Irish people eat are potatoes, and that's one of her favorite things is potatoes. So, just gonna eat a lot of potatoes when we go to Ireland. I do usually get the points. Yeah, I don't really. I've never actually cooked it myself. I've either somebody else has made it or I've gotten it at Izzy's. So I really don't know too much about cooking it. And that's probably the way I would do it there, TR. I'd probably cook it in the slow cooker knowing that it's been cooking all day. A little bluesy Irish. Let's see. I am hungry too, Catherine. Just finished my peeling carrots and boiled dinner. Yes, I know they boil a lot of stuff in Ireland. That's how they cook. They boil everything. And thank you to all the different kinds of recipes that you guys left down below for the Italian sausages and all that stuff. That was a really good idea from some of you who were saying to boil the sausages first and then put them on the grill. Usually it was really cold that day, and it's kind of hard to show people stuff on the grill, and I didn't want to be freezing outside. But I'll grill whenever, but if I'm doing a video, I want to make sure everybody can see it well. But boiling them and then putting them on the grill for a little while, I think that would be good. Hello, Liz. Kim is requesting Stevie Ray. I can't. I can play a lot of Stevie Ray, but I can't in the videos here because it'll get a copyright claim, unfortunately. And, sometimes some of my own stuff will come up as a copyright claim for somebody else, and I literally have to. Normally, I'll just take it down because I don't want to fight it. If I fight it, I'll win, but it's a headache. I try to put into the descriptions and comments and all that stuff that all this music is stuff that I've written. But sometimes the algorithm or whatever, it'll pick up like a keynote or something. You want to stay away from D minor chords. I do know that. I had a D minor chord that came up as Pink Floyd is The Wall one time, and I wasn't playing The Wall. Toss Adventure says, Danno, guess what deal I got yesterday at JC? They were making Jimmy Dean's sausage, egg, and cheese croissants down to $1.65 a 4-pack. I got a 4-pack, got 75 cents each box back from Ciabatta. I bought it. That's awesome. That's great. I did see today at Kroger they had the 8-packs of the Jimmy Dean croissant sandwiches for $7.99 on a digital coupon, which is about the best deal I've seen on those in a while. They are $12.99 now at Kroger for an 8-pack of breakfast sandwiches. $12.99. It's crazy. Yeah, Angie. Sounds like I'm going to try that next time. JD loves Colby Jack. Hubby loves all cheese. Good tunes, Dana. Thank you very much. Thank you. John Glad with his periods. Some of y'all might not get that, but when he first got on our channel, he would just put a period in the comments, and then I would put 2 periods, and then somebody else would put 3 and 4, and it was a funny trend there for a little while. Hello, Silver. Silver Lunatic. Yummy. Yes, it sounds good. Anything sounds good right now. Todd's Adventure says, best of the year deal for me. And I thought the aluminum foil was a good deal. Yes. Happy St. Patty's Day to you, Wendy. Thank you, Cement. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't really have a plan. Thank you very much. I didn't really have a plan too much for today's live show. I'll probably just jam here for a couple more minutes and then we'll chat a little bit. I just wanted to play a little bit of Irish tunes. We actually got my happy-go-lucky shirt on today. Although we were not so lucky at Kroger today. We saw several more price increases. You know, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. You know, who in the world would pay $9 for 12 little tiny cupcakes? I wonder how much that cost them to make. $1, maybe? If the ingredients have gone up in price? Not even $1. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah. Just as long as you don't go full river dance. It's a lot of inspiration. I need Jess in the background here doing the river dance. A lot of inspiration of the guitar has come from Riverdance. Some of it a little bit. I love pretty much all Irish music. I love Riverdance. I love all the girls who do the I can't remember their name. Celtic Woman. I love them. They're great. The violinist, she is amazing. I love was the Shipping Up to Boston. What's the name of the? Jeez, I can't remember their name. Well, I can remember prices and stuff for everything, but when it comes to Dropkick Murphys, is that it? I think that's it. Celtic Thunder, yeah. Yeah, Celtic Woman, they are amazing. They are fantastic. And I can't remember her name, but the violinist for them is incredible. Probably one of my favorite musicians. Flogging Molly, thank you very much. Jeez, can't believe that. But yeah, you'll notice like some of that sounds very similar. And I wrote this. Me and a buddy of mine wrote this tune years and years before Flogging Molly even came out, like 20 years ago. but it's very similar. And when they came out with that song, I was like, wow, we could have made millions off of this. But it's a little similar, not verbatim. And it kind of just goes on and on. It's like we did a lot of jams back then. I've been in a few bands over the years, and the guy who I'm talking about here that would play drums, and he actually did the bass that we did the music for this for. He's the same guy that married me and Jess. One of my best friends growing up. Yes, the Cranberries are Irish. Hey, there's Jess. Top of the morning to you. Or afternoon. Yeah, Jess is still working. Popped in to say hello. We'll probably still be on. We'll be on for a while. I'm going to play a little bit more here and then we'll just chat for a bit. I know, I wish I could just take requests. You know, it's hard to do because I would basically have to start another YouTube channel and just not monetize it for something like that. It's unfortunate, but the littlest things on YouTube, you know, it's the funny thing is that on YouTube Shorts, I found out that I can actually play copyright music now. You don't make as much money, but I don't really care to make any money on YouTube Shorts. I just don't want to get a copyright claim. And I know it doesn't matter. A lot of channels have millions of. Anytime you watch a review that somebody does for a movie where they're playing the movie in the background, they're not making any money on that. If they do have it monetized, it's all going to Warner Brothers or Disney or whoever, whatever video it is, you know, and it's good. It's good if you're trying to build a channel and if you do other things, you know, and you can have copyright claims. The important one that you don't want is a copyright strike. Like if you try to go over top of YouTube and make money on that, and if they find out, you're going to get a copyright strike. And if you get 3, you're out. I know, Jess. Hurry up. You can come in here and join us. Yay! Everybody have a potato. I gotta show it on here just so people don't think it's in the background. Hey, looks like Amazon's coming, Jess. See if that's my new cord. Maybe we can start doing these live shows online. Or I mean on my computer. Every time I use my computer now, the Wi-Fi cuts out on it. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you very much. All right, there we go. There's a little Irish licks for you guys. I may do these, every now and then on the live show. Really, it's easy. It's hard to kind of play that stuff and chat with you guys at the same time because my brain is focused on where the fingers are going. But, I could sit around and play blues and stuff all day, maybe as background music. Thanks again for the super chat, Patricia. Really appreciate it. Stanley, thank you very much for the super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you. We're always getting comments on ways that you can support the channel. We have YouTube has the super thanks now. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. But if you have a video that you really like and if you want to say thanks through that, that's fine. You don't have to. I always like to say you do not have to. Just you being here, being part of the adventure is, we love just having you guys here. But thank you so much for the super chats. It really does help and we really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, Devo. I can hold this closer now. Thank you, JL. Thank you. Hello, Margin. Is anyone cooking anything special today? I don't know. I'm not really sure what me and Jess are doing. Like I said, I would like to go to Izzy's. Jessica doesn't like Izzy's. She likes the potato pancakes, though. Potato pancakes. But we'll probably do some stuff with my mom. She usually cooks. She'll cook cabbage and brats and mets and not usually corned beef. I don't know if she really likes corned beef. But we'll have all different kinds of appetizers and stuff later. So not too worried about it. I usually get a Reuben on St. Patty's Day, but we'll see. Somebody asked me before in a comment what my favorite beer is. Well, I'll say what I do like Guinness. I like Guinness. I may have a Guinness later on today. I meant to get one at Kroger today. I usually just get one because I don't drink much, but I'll drink a beer on St. Patty's Day for sure. I do have a little bit of scotch that's been sitting in the cabinet for 2 years, but perfectly aged. Of course, that's Scottish, But it's kind of funny. My dad's side of the family has a lot of Scottish, and my mom's side of the family is just loaded with Irish. So it's like I'm at constant war with myself. Half Scottish, half Irish, all American. Happy St. Patty's Day to you, Debbie. Cement, thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Joyce. Benton, that is what I've always done to put myself in a good mood. Play a little bit of music. If we had a house here, I could put on my electric. I've got all kinds of different cool sounds and stuff that we do here. I have an old early 80s Ibanez S series. If anybody knows guitars, you probably know about that one. And I actually, a buddy of mine sold it to me years and years and years ago for $75. I mean, the guitar back then was probably worth a couple grand, and he was just doing me a favor. He's a big musician, and I've known him for years, and he just wanted to, because he wanted to give it to me for free, and I said, nah, man, and he said, well, what do you got in your pocket? I was like, I got $75. He's like, cool. He's a little older than me, but and I didn't even want to do it for that. I said, well, I'll pay you later. He says, no, man. He said, I was going to give it to you, but I knew you wouldn't feel right just taking it. But here we go. It's a good deal. And I've had the guitar ever since, probably 20 years later here. And it's like a grand piano of guitars. It is absolutely amazing. I've had to do some work to it over the years, but I love that thing. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Catherine. No, I was not trained. No, I have studied music my whole life, though. I think, was that you, Margin, who said in a comment earlier about uh, studying music theory? I've been studying music theory my whole life. I used to teach guitar years ago. VF says, thank you. I could listen to blues all day. Well, thank you very much. I might pick it up again here in a little while. Thank you, Paula. Thank you very much. Yes, Joyce, thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Really appreciate it. All the likes help spread the videos out further. Robin says, I was so bored on this rainy day. Thanks for the music. Enjoyed it. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. Thank you very much. Glad it brightened up your spirit. Martin says, I have never had green beer. I had it once, and no, never again. When everything coming out is green for the next, 3 or 4 days, it starts to get old. Oh, Debbie, I do too. I love potato pancakes. I really do. Especially at Izzy's. If any of you guys has anybody on the show tonight, have you had Izzy's? And if you have you had the potato pancakes? Because, I mean, they are to die for. They are fantastic. Probably not good for you at all. I mean, they are deep fried and deep fried again. I mean, they are not healthy at all, but I'll tell you what, if you only eat them every once in a while. Catherine, yes, I did. I got a great deal. And that Ibanez today is probably worth 2,500, maybe $3,000. Maybe. It's not in mint condition. I've beaten it to death over the years, so. Thank you, Margin. Thank you very much. I should get a degree if I can. I don't know. For music, that might be a little. I like what you said about the math degree and all that stuff, and physics. Two classes that I always aced. I pretty much made straight A's and everything. Memory. Eric says, good Danno. I have a Seagull S6 acoustic guitar I've had for about 20 years and I still suck. Hey, you just gotta pick it up every day, The one thing, and I notice, and I'm sure a lot of I know a lot of guitar teachers run into this problem, is most people, when you want to play an instrument, it's not that you want to play that instrument, it's that you want to learn how to play a couple songs. I had an older guy I mean, he was about 20 years older than me, and it's the older you get, because they always say the older you get, the harder it is to learn. Well, I think the reason why that is because the commitment to learning it is less and less because you have more stuff going on as you're older. You've led a whole life of doing other things. And you really, just like anything, you have to set aside that time to practice. But this guy was wanting to learn how to play Bob Dylan and all this stuff. And Bob Dylan's kind of a complicated guitarist because he plays several hundred different notes all at the same time. So and I was telling him, I said, you need to learn the basics before you can play like this guy. I could teach you how to play like Metallica faster than I could Bob Dylan just because there's so many different chord changes where your fingers are so many different ways. So it was hard I taught him a couple songs, but and I know like a year later I talked to him and he had forgotten everything. But it's we lead lives as we get older, or we've done a lot more things. Unless you're going to set aside the time to just practice a little bit each day, anything's going to be hard to learn. They're delicious, Margin. They are absolutely delicious. I love them. Gma says, music made my Irish heart sing, even though I'm German, Welsh, Celtic. Did a little river dance. There you go. Marge Bowling says, happy St. Patrick's Day. Same to you. Angela says, potato pancakes are amazing, especially made with a lot of onion. Yes, these do have onion in it, which is kind of surprising for Jess because Jess doesn't like onion. Although it's not pieces of onion. I believe in these they use like onion salt or something. Oh, thank you very much, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Catherine says, happy St. Patrick's Day. Making a corned beef dinner tonight. I have a splash of Irish in me, but we're all Irish today. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have a parade. Well, it's the Sunday before St. Patrick's Day, so they did it last Sunday. But my cousins, I call them my nieces, but my cousins' kids, they were down there for the parade and everything. Looked like they had a fun time. It's a pretty big parade down there in Cincinnati. And here in a couple weeks, we got the Cincinnati Reds Day parade. I may actually try to go down there and film some. That is an event. That is an event, and it has to be because the Reds really aren't that good. You know what? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. 162 games in baseball. Anything can happen. TB says, in Florida, potato pancakes sound good. Oh, yeah. They're delicious. It's basically just potatoes, like kind of mashed, like maybe a potato. I'm not actually sure. I'm just kind of going based on what I know from Izzy's. Like a smashed potato, and then they freeze it, and yeah, they put like, I don't think they use like whole onions. Like I don't think they cut up onions in it, but they use like onion salt, like a lot of it, and then they deep fry it. They put it in there like a patty, and then they deep fry it, and then you get the hot mustard with it. Fantastic. You're very welcome, Laura. Very welcome. Thank you. Yeah, Jess will eat the pancakes, but not the corned beef. Tots Adventure says, me and my best friend used to always have a green beer, as we called it back then, Saint Party Day. All those were the good days. Yes, yes, I can relate. Not with the green beer, but many other beers. The one beer that I can't stand is, and it's an Irish beer, is that Killian's. Oh boy, it'll kill you. That is headache beer right there. I know some people like it, but I just can't drink it. It always gave me a headache. Guinness is good though. I like the Guinness Extra Stout. But you can only have like one or two of them because every one of those beers is like eating a meal. I mean, it really weighs you down. Eric is self-taught as well, and I think I need to learn scales better and my phrasing. Um, yeah, it's just practice. It's just, there's all kinds of YouTube videos too, if ever you're having trouble, with different pentatonic scales or in different kinds of modes, because there's different modes, Lydian mode, Aeolian mode. There's different ways of playing scales, whether you're playing like, I always call it sad and happy. You've got minor scales, which are sad, and then you got major scales, which are happy. So that's always been something that's clicked in my brain. Is this sad music or happy music? Pretty much all heavy metal is sad minor music. All Johnny Cash. I mean, even Johnny Cash can be some minor, but mostly it's major pentatonic. I don't know where I was going with that, but happy, sad, sad minor, happy major. Angela says we use leftover mashed potatoes, onion powder, and a little flour and 1 egg, and fry in a skillet. There you go. That sounds great. I need to try and make one. NFO says, Danno, have you thought about starting a second channel? I've thought about it. Maybe at some point. I don't know. It's hard enough keeping up with one. I mean, really, because I do this so much every day, I don't even know. And believe me, I put a lot of thought into it, and it really, to even think, to even start thinking about doing any more than what I already am now, my head would explode. I would like to see Jess start a channel. That might be in the future at some point. Doing all kinds of fun stuff. Maybe crafting, different things. Same to you, MJ Haas. Happy St. Patty's Day. Gary says, I don't know how to cook. I actually do. Somewhat. At least I like to admit I do. Joyce says, oh yes, and egg too. Adventures with Danno news, second channel, current events. Yeah. I feel like that can still kind of tie in with this channel, though. It's been doing well, doing like little news updates and stuff like that. And the thing is one thing I'm kind of learning is things that, I don't know. The one thing with the grocery stores and all that, I try to, anything that's going to affect any one of us, I will put in a news alert. And it does, I'm not going to like breaking news of the weather. Here comes the blizzard, I mean, it's like, I'll leave that to the weather guy. Somebody said something funny, though, in a comment the other day. I don't know if they were being a little snarky, but somebody was saying, Danno the alarmist, bringing this attention, stick to grocery prices. And I said, no. I said, we leave that to the weatherman. Say, I tell you to stock up on the sales when you see them so that you're prepared. So that when the prices go up again, you're saying, man, I wish I could have saved $20 here if I'd have just listened to Danno and got the sales. I leave it to the weatherman to say, it's going to snow an inch tomorrow. Kroger should be paying the weatherman like thousands and thousands of dollars, because if the weatherman comes out and says it's going to snow an inch tomorrow, the store's going to be wiped out. Because that's what they were saying in the comment, was that I'm promoting, selling out the stores, everybody panic buying. Like, no, what I'm doing is smart shopper. What's bad is when the weatherman comes out here and says, oh, it's going to snow an inch tomorrow. Buy this, buy that, buy this, and then, you can't even find a parking spot at Kroger. Tots makes the potato patties out of mashed potatoes. So I guess if you're gonna, that's smart. Mashed potatoes, onion, make a patty, cover in flour, and fry. That's why I love you guys. Oh, we've gotten all kinds of cool recipes from our YouTube family on here over the years. Cement doesn't like Killian's either. Yeah, I've never cared for it. Melinda says, in the South, we call the tater pancakes tater cakes. Mama made them. Mama made them when she had mashed taters left over. Okay, yeah. That's one way to take care of leftovers. We don't have much problem with leftovers in this house. We find a way. Patricia says, I have beer in my fridge that has been there for 2 years. I wonder if it's still good. I have some Warsteiner in the fridge that I just won't drink. It's been in there, I don't know how long. I can't even remember what I got. It might have been, I know it's been there for a year. It's been there for a year. I'm trying to even just give it away because it's the, they didn't have, I know it was last year, maybe last summer. It was last summer. I was going to a friend of mine's. We were doing a camp out. And I took a 12 pack to hand out to people. Nobody wanted it. I had 2 beers, and the rest of it has been sitting in the fridge. Whitney says, keep the updates coming. I love the extra videos you make. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, if it's something that I feel needs to get out here, absolutely. Yes, VF, I love Johnny Cash. And believe me, I would love to play some, but that would be numero uno on copyright. Sue says, would love to see the video on Red's opening day festivities. Yes, I would love to do something like that. And these kind of things are the original stuff that we started on the channel. If you go back, you could probably put in Adventures with Danno, Cincinnati Reds, type that in, and I did a huge, opening day celebration. It was 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been 2 years. But I was going all throughout Great American Ballpark, the Cincinnati Reds Stadium. We checked out some different statues, Johnny Bench, Pete Rose, the giant, huge baseballs. I mean, it's a fun video if you want to check it out. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I'll probably do something like that again. I'd love to go to the parade. I'd have to catch the parade probably as they're getting down closer to Great American Ballpark, because if you're in the middle of downtown, you can't get around. You can't get around, and it's on a Thursday, 2 weeks from yesterday, so it's coming up. I don't know. We'll see what I can do. Thank you, Cheddar. NFO says Ryan Hall has a lock on the weather YouTube. That he does. Thank you, Margin. Thank you. And a lot of other people have said that too. That there were we got so many comments that nobody had even heard of this East Palestine event that had happened with the train derailment and all that. I couldn't believe so many people hadn't heard about it, and I was kind of falling down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos, just watching different things that had happened, different videos with people who live up there, and just the nightmare. And it was like, well, here we are right on the Ohio River, right? Less than a couple miles from where they are, where this is, it's like they were serious about it. I mean, they shut the water intake down in Cincinnati here, even though they said they didn't have to. They did it as an extra precaution. And they're serious here in Cincinnati. We take our water seriously. If you look it up, Cincinnati is number 1 in the world, not just the country, number 1 in the world for the cleanest water. And I did bring that up in another video. But yes, it is number 1 in the world. I thought it was just the country, but as I was reading again, I actually have a good friend who works for the water company, so I have I know a little bit, that goes on with that, but and he's a genius. Matt Neitzel, Dano, do you ever listen to Alex Jones? No, I do not. Nope. Sorry. No, I don't listen to a lot of that kind of stuff. And it's not that I have anything against or anything at anybody. I just don't care to watch that kind of stuff. some people out there just, they're so angry, you know? It's like, it turns me off right away. It tunes me out right away. Like when no matter what, you could be talking about anything. You could be talking about something serious, that is something important. Well, then I'll go to the next person to listen to it because it's like, whew, boy, it just really, really hurts the brain there after a while. Some of his stuff that he's talked about before, it's, not bad, but oh no, he's a little crazy. Angela says it should be good unless it's in a can. I must have missed something. Clint Eastwood says Dan in the Kroger store. Eventually what's going to happen is, and I know going to Kroger twice a week is starting to feel a little old. But the reason why we do that is because it's the biggest store there is that we have to compare with prices. Because there are so many other Kroger owned stores. There are so many different sales that Kroger has each week, and we get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments of things that people are trying to find the best prices to. And that's the biggest one that I know of within 100 miles of here that we can compare, different prices. So that's why I give a little bit more extra attention to Kroger because I feel it's going to help people more than me going to, Whole Foods and saying, yeah, don't shop here. It's super expensive. Although I do like Whole Foods for some things, and we will travel out, but eventually, yeah, I probably will get away from the 2 a week Kroger or try to cram a lot into one video. It's hard, guys. I mean, some of these videos, like my Wednesday video was an hour and a half long. Could you imagine watching an hour and a half? Not me. I mean, and I'm the one editing it all. It's like I just can't put a video out that's that long. I has to be 30 minutes or less. It loses my attention. And if it loses my attention, I know it's going to lose yours. Oh, I know, Joyce. Yeah, I don't know, Rhonda. I'm always hoping for that next big red machine. I love the Reds. I do. After, after a few weeks, last year was terrible. I mean, we lost like 20 games in a row. I just could not even turn it on. It's always fun going to a game, though, no matter what your record is, because when you go to a game, you're just there for that game, win or lose. I will say this: if ever you're in Cincinnati, it is definitely worth going to a Cincinnati Reds baseball game because there is some of the best food on the planet in that stadium. I mean, they have got so many different little restaurants, and I not like cheap food either, like dirt, like just a plain hot dog with a crusty bun, you know. They've got pulled pork, Cincinnati pulled pork. It's delicious, fantastic. They put it on whatever you want. You get awesome fries with it. They dump the pork on fries. They got Cincinnati Skyline chili that you can get on fries, which Jess likes. But you need to share one of these boxes. It's like $12, but it's a huge box. I mean, you share one, So not too bad. Plus, all kinds of different snacks. They have, if you like to drink, they have bars literally everywhere. Everywhere you walk, there's a bar inside like the main area. I mean, it's very family friendly too. They have like kids zones where like there's different like slides and swings and stuff like that you can go to while watching the game. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a really neat stadium. Angela says, I got stuck in Cincinnati traffic after a ball game. I bet it's 10 times worse at the parade. It absolutely is. The parade leads up to the game. So it's like, and I do like how they've expanded the banks area. And when I say banks, I don't mean like money banks. Banks of the Ohio River, like on the riverbank. There's a bunch of restaurants and stuff like that in between the Cincinnati Red Stadium and the Bengals Stadium. And it is just awesome. So much good food. If you like There are so many different kinds of tacos. And I know that's weird, but they've got there's like this one place on the corner that's right across the street from the Cincinnati Red Stadium. I don't know the name of it, but they're like really fancy tacos. And then there's like another spot like Cata Corner that's another taco restaurant. And then they have a Tin Roof, which some of you may know what Tin Roof is, because I think those are national. But their famous stuff is tacos, and they're all different. Like the one on the end, it begins with a C. I can't remember the name of it, but it has they're like really fancy style, like real steak and stuff like that. Taco. I don't know. It's like Taco Central down there. It's weird. But they've got other restaurants too. They got a few different ones. Hello, Cynthia. How are you? And yeah, traffic can get pretty backed up in Cincinnati, especially, I mean, like the fastest way in and out of there is on 75, like north or south, going either way. And it's like the line to get out of there during a game is just horrendous. Whitney says, we would watch it. Yes. You guys would love it. Yeah, we're going to be doing some more stuff. We're going to Tennessee here in a couple weeks. We're going to do the stores. I'm excited to see Food Lion and Food City and Publix. We're going to check out some of these, but we're going to also do some food reviews and stuff like that of some of the things in Pigeon Forge and the Smoky Mountains. So, also, I should probably bring up, and I never do in the videos, and it's important, is that everybody make sure to hit the bell notification. Bell notification ensures you that you will not miss a video. It will always pop up if you click the bell notification thing and click all. If you click all, that means anything we ever put out here will click on your phone right away so that you know we have a video out. And the reason why I say that and the reason why it's important is because anything we do over videos that you don't normally watch, if you mostly watch our grocery store videos, it may not show you that we have a video that's come out because YouTube thinks that these are the only kind of videos you want to watch. But if you want to watch us, messing around at the Cincinnati Zoo and playing with lions, tigers, and bears, well, you want to make sure you hit that bell notification because those are fun. Those are videos. I mean, I love doing stuff like that. And it's those to get out of the stores a little bit and do some more fun things. Xavier is getting beat 61 to 51. Oh, jeez. Well, there goes my bracket. I picked Xavier to win it all. I'm sure it's probably going to either be Alabama or Purdue. But I picked Xavier versus Alabama in the final game. I don't know. I love Xavier. I'm a big Xavier fan. That ain't good. Boy, that's got to be close. Close. That's got to be in the second half too. If it's that high of a score, they started at 12:40 and it's 2:30. Uh-oh. I picked West Virginia to win yesterday over Maryland, and Maryland ended up pulling it out. I don't know. I'm never good at these things. Jessica is always good at the brackets. I mean, neither one of us really watch basketball. For some reason, I don't know. I guess she just has like a system. But she's actually won a couple different times on the brackets. Happy St. Patty's Day, Cynthia. Yeah, Debbie. I love doing farmers market. We went to Jungle Gyms a couple weeks ago. I mean, there's that place is huge. I mean, that is like crazy. I had to do 2 videos to cover only like a third of the store. I mean, it's insane. I'd like to get back down to some of the other ones in downtown Cincinnati, and then we have a couple out on the east side. I mean, they're kind of everywhere, but some of them, they're far either way. It's not like they're right down the street. MJ says, how would you like to be a Cubs fan? I'm good. I don't have any problem with the Cubs. I would pick the Cubs over St. Louis or the Pirates any day. As a matter of fact, if I'm changing the channel and I see a Cubs game versus the Pirates or St. Louis, absolutely, I'll root for the Cubs. Oh, and if you don't know, all of those are in the Reds division. That's why. Not that I have a problem with Pittsburgh or St. Louis in general, as long as they're not playing the Reds. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you very much. Tot says she loves tacos. I do too, and they're all good. The only one I can't. It begins with a C. I cannot. I've only been down in that part of the area one time, and that's when I did the video. It gets so congested down there, it's ridiculous. And that was one of my not one of my first videos, but that was in the first year of me doing this. Patricia says a shopping bag with a picture of Jess holding lasagna would be cool too. Yes. Oh yeah, the reusable bag thing. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't know if you watched our last video, Dan. We did Jungle Gems twice in a row, just 2 days in a row, like a couple weeks ago. Neither one of those videos got a lot of traction either. That's why I need to start saying hit the bell, guys. Hit the notification bell, because I feel like a lot of people, it just didn't hit with YouTube's algorithm. And the bad thing is that for people that come to the channel every day, I don't feel like you should have to do that. Like, I feel like that should just be automatic. Like, they want you to do so many different things, like subscribe, like, comment. I mean, I know I don't say this stuff a lot in the videos, but I mean, I guess I should. Hello, Gail. How are you? Kristen, good day from Australia. Good day to you. Is the flooding affecting you out there? I know I was reading some stories on saltwater alligators. That just sounds terrible. Be careful. I know I was listening to a guy from Australia um, that they were hunting like these saltwater alligators and they were excited for it. Angela says, I still only get about half of the notices with the bell clicked. I know. I don't know. I don't get it. And some people, like even Jess. Jess got a notification for one of our videos like a day later. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they got an update they got to do or something. I don't know. But they're making it harder and harder for people especially for people who are making a living doing this. It's like, you want to make sure that your fans are, able to see these every day. I mean, you guys know that the videos come out at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time every day. So if it doesn't pop up on your phone, then you can go to the channel. Just search on the channel and then the video's right there. I mean, I don't know. I almost feel like it's better to just tell people that. Like, just 8:30 in the morning after you've had your first or second cup of coffee, there you go. Adventures with Danno is going to have a video out for you. Cheddar Urchin. I bet the CEO of Kroger watches your videos to make sure their businesses are following orders. You better believe it. No. Everybody from Kroger's knows me. They love what I do. They love it. And they all say it's not Kroger's fault. And you know, I don't know. I mean, it might be a little bit out of some of their pay grade. I don't really know. What I do know is that we are in agreement with prices are crazy, stupid, ridiculous. They have to pay these prices too, so they know. I have people come up to me at Meijer all the time that love the channel. They love what's going on. They love that we're comparing prices on here to make sure that people are aware. And I had a guy who's been watching our channel for a long time. He came up to me and was saying, "Thank you for explaining the M-Perks." And I said, "I didn't really explain it. I mean, it's kind of difficult. It's a little confusing." And he's like, "Thank you." Like, I mean, they think it's ridiculous as well that they could be adding more stuff, that it's not near what Kroger is. But even Kroger, we're finding things that are difficult. I had another issue bringing up, I didn't put it in the video, but I had another issue with the app today. And some of you guys were leaving comments saying that even on the on your computers at home you were having trouble. So I don't know, maybe they were installing something new and had an update. I mean, that very well could be. So do that at like 2 in the morning or something. Why is this going on in the middle of the day while people are shopping in your store trying to use the scanner and it's not coming up? I did that today. The scanner wasn't working. I got online and I looked, and then, I was able to click on it, but the scanner was saying that the item wasn't available anymore. And I'm looking at the date and I'm like, well, it's not the 28th of March, so it's got to be good. So I had to search through everything. That's why I always say, do this at home. Do this at home. Now, you're going to always go to the store and you're going to, just like I did today, you're going to see one item that you missed, right? And you're like, well, I'll pull the scanner up, click it, done. Nope, didn't work. So it was a little bit of an inconvenience, but, you start adding more and more inconveniences, though, people are going to want to shop somewhere else. They're not going to want to deal with it if you have that ability. 61:55. All right, catching up. Thank you for the update there, Crown Apple. Rob, no, we are not. We're not going to Dollywood. At least I don't think so. We might, but we're not going to plan it. If we do, there's no discounts, so we're just going to, and they never sell out, so it's going to be on like a specific day. I would like to go to Dollywood, but there's other things that we want to do, which I don't really want to talk about. That's it. That's it, Krista. Condados. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was something. I was thinking of a bird. And thank you very much. That is it. Good tacos. Good tacos. Xavier just tied it up. Whoa. Wow. Further down I scroll here. I'll tell you what. Xavier ain't, knock on wood. I mean, I hope they pull it off, but they are no slouch. And a coffee mug. Yeah, guys, I know. I need to set a day to where I can do this. I've looked some stuff up. I might try to do it this weekend. Maybe we'll get some merch out this weekend. I just got to do it. I just got to do it. It's hard. I mean, you guys, I've been putting out videos every day, as you know. And then when I add these extra videos, it's like, whoa, it's a lot. Like, obviously they're not as long and I don't have as many cuts in them. And I shouldn't be sitting here making up excuses either. I need to get the merch out there. I'm gonna start working on it. Opinion says Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, yeah, I agree, and not because I'm a Reds fan. I mean, he's got the records, right? And it's like, yeah, okay, you bet on baseball, and now, ironically, betting on baseball is legal now, and it's like, I don't know. He lied a lot, and I think that's why they're not, and believe me, I love Pete Rose. Pete Rose grew up right down the street from me here, and I love Pete Rose. He's a great guy. He lied to these guys, though, not once, twice. They're getting ready to, they were rethinking it. They were saying, well, let's rethink this. They got the new Rob Manfred, the new baseball coordinator, not owner, the big guy, the guy who makes the rules. When he took over, it was like he's friends with Pete Rose, and it's like when they did a little more digging, he was still lying about it, and it's like, we have proof here, bud. It's like all you had to do was tell the truth, and you would probably be in the Hall of Fame right now. And it was kind of a sickening day for me because everybody around here was rooting for him, like, yeah, get him in there finally, 40 years later. Here he is, 81 years old, and he'll get in there eventually, but who knows when, I don't know. But as far as, no matter what happened or whatever, it's like he's got the hit record. Nobody's going to ever beat that. Nobody's going to ever break that record, Cement says, I'm glad I got the notification for this live because that music made my day. You're very welcome. The live things I feel have a little more edge to them because you're putting it out on like a timely basis. It's different than the everyday videos. And if you've been to one live show, chances are you're going to get that notification all the time, whether you hit the bell notification or not. That's what I was told. Who knows? All my information comes from information. How do I do this on YouTube? On YouTube. Hey, James. How are you, buddy? Yes, they do, Joyce. They absolutely love the exposure. I am bringing more people shopping to Kroger than ever before. I am teaching people how to use digital coupons. I am, uh, they love it. They do. I have Kroger managers that come up to me thanking me for what I do. Um, one guy I know, his mom could not get into her head about some of the deals, like the buy five or more. As I was explaining it and everything, it's not mix and match. Like some people just need to see you looking at something and explaining it, right? It's like a teacher. You can't just give somebody a textbook and say, "Well, here's the information, figure it out." Like that's not a teacher at all. You're giving me the same crap that you have on your desk, except yours has the answers. That's not teaching. That's you're just passing on the information to have no way to find out the answer. But when you have somebody looking and you have somebody showing you, like this is this, don't have to buy five of these. It's just the explanation I think that sticks in people's heads. That's kind of my whole philosophy on doing these videos the way I do, so that people, because when you see it for yourself, when you're looking at the things, doesn't matter what it is. It could be shopping or it could be anything. If you're showing what you're doing and how you're doing it as you go along, it's going to stick in the brain more, you know. At least I think so. It seems like it does. We have a lot of people that get on here every day thinking, that have just started using coupons and some of this stuff and how much they're saving. You bought 20 yogurts and you saved $30, or something ridiculous. I mean that's what I'm saying. Like we have to shop these sales. We have to do these deals. And it's, I know people don't want to do the digital thing for many different reasons. One, it is a headache. Two, yeah, you should do it at home. But some people say they don't want their identity and all that stuff on there. Well, I mean, yeah, I can understand that a little bit, but at the same time, like every time you walk into a store, you're being recorded on some camera. If you have a smartphone, how many of you out there have like been on your smart or just sitting around talking to your husband and your wife, and you're talking about going to Cracker Barrel? Okay, and then you get on Facebook or something, and then you get on YouTube, and all of a sudden you see a Cracker Barrel ad on here. They're listening either way, guys. The computers are listening. I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me. My mom has come up to me and she said the same thing. Like I was talking about something, and as soon as I got on Facebook, there's an ad for this item that I was just talking about. Of course, it's listening. It's listening, and you can actually turn that. You can turn that off, right? Because if you allow Facebook access to your camera, to your speaker, and all that stuff, that's what it's doing. It's listening. But you can turn that off, right? But then it's trying to give you that sale and those deals. But those kind of things I would be a little more worried about than Kroger digital coupons. But that's just me. That's just me. Everybody's business is their business. And if you feel that way and you don't mind spending a little bit extra, or maybe you shop somewhere where they still don't have, like Walmart. Walmart doesn't have digital coupons. I mean, unless you're doing something online with some kind of deal. I mean, the best they have is rollbacks, but you're going to pay that same price anyway. So if you shop somewhere like Walmart, okay, I can understand that. They're still recording you, and your phones and tablets are still listening. But I hear you. All right. Yes, thank you for the updates, Crown Apple Kid. Oh no. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes left. Keeping me on the edge of my seat here. Hey Moonly, hey Violet, how are you? Captain says, yeah, I'm an Irish gal voting for Trump. Uh, Diane Voss says the reusable shopping bag with Danno and Jess is a great idea. I love those bags. It has to be a large one with song notes. I hope I can do something like this because this sounds awesome. Having shopping bags, I mean, that sounds great. Like, we kind of have like an idea for a logo on a shirt. Still trying to work out the little kinks for that because there's a lot of detail. Some of it we may have to cut out. I'm going to have Adventures with Danno shirts. But I'm going to also have like shopping with Dan and Jess or, shopping with Danno, a couple different things. But I may just start with Adventures with Danno stuff first because I don't want, for one, I don't want it to be confusing. And for two, I want to make sure that I want to get it out there now. I want to make sure we can get it out there now. I've been waiting way too long on this, but I've been really busy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, big mugs. At least this big or bigger. No small coffee drinkers on this channel. Unless you just don't drink coffee. Sue says, Danno, I definitely get a shopping bag. I'm spreading the word about your show, even to the guy that works at Kroger's. Awesome. Thank you. James says, people need to... people can read that if they want. G-Ma says, ever thought about a live stream shop? We all go and shop in our local stores. Don't know how I would do something like that. I've seen some new things on YouTube where you can actually... Oh, you mean like out of here? Like out of our home? That's another idea. It's mostly the only way that I would be able to do it probably is to do like how most YouTubers do it though. I could buy some up just to advertise and then say this is where you can get it because it's going to ultimately be cheaper for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these different sites like Teesprings and some of the other ones. Because that's another thing too, and that's kind of some of these prices have gone up at some of these shops, right? And everything's gone up, but I want to make sure that for one, we pick the one that has that has no problems, right? Which apparently none of them really do, but I want to make sure it's like which one has the cheaper shipping costs, which one which one is cheaper altogether, because I don't want it to be too expensive. Some of these places can get expensive. Yes, Joyce. Yes, people need visualization. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Deanna says stockpile items always a plus when things go on sale. That's what it's there for. I mean, I don't understand. Like, some people just, they're like, oh, why are you encouraging buying this stuff up? They have an overabundance of it. Like, this is what kills me. Like, and believe me, guys, this is so much in the trickery of the stores. Notice how we've been getting a lot of comments of SpaghettiOs lately, right? All these families that can't find SpaghettiOs. We've been seeing it ourselves. Spaghetti has been wiped out. Now, what do we see at Kroger? We see huge bins of SpaghettiOs for $1. So either they've been sitting on a tanker somewhere, getting, who knows how long, and maybe they just got the product, which is very unlikely. But now they've got it loaded in. Everybody's talking about not getting spaghettis. You think the stores don't know this? And then when we see it finally in a bin, everybody's like, SpaghettiOs, they're gone. Everybody buy them up. It's because they've had this the whole time. They knew it was coming. I even said this in a video that it was coming. And, hopefully and whether you believe me or not, like I said, seeing is believing. That's why I do this the way I do. One thing I will say, thank you to, and I do bring this up in today's Kroger Marketplace video. I made a mistake. That shredded wheat that I showed, the Kroger shredded wheat for $6.49. It really, it wasn't my fault. They had it all set up in the wrong place. The Cheerios were on one end, and then the shredded wheat was in the area where the Cheerios should be. That shredded wheat is not $6.49. It is $2.19. And thank you to who had mentioned that, because I had thought when I left, I was like, there's no way, but I couldn't like zoom in on the picture thing as I was editing the video. And who knows? I mean, I'm like, well, everything else has gone up, but I didn't really put it together until people were talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, so I looked it up and it was $2.19. But the Cheerios, 12 ounces of Cheerios for $6.49 isn't really any better. You know, I don't know. Cereal prices are getting stupid. And somebody said they wouldn't even get the Kroger shredded wheat for $2. I don't know. I've never tried the Kroger shredded wheat. I like the Kellogg's. Kellogg's frosted mini wheats. Those are good. $3.99 a box on sale though. You know, I mean, $4.99 regular price for just a regular size box. So I mean, it's a lot, but you know. Yeah, that's right, Patricia. Cracker Barrel commercial coming up next. Angela says the pandemic snap moment is ending April unless it is extended, so people who are getting help will no longer get it, but food prices are still going to go up. Yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. It's, you know, I've been hearing that, and I've been hearing things that have been changing, different things going on. Like I said, it's hard to listen to anybody anymore to know really what's going on. Yes, that is supposed to happen, but there's supposed to be some other things that you can apply for. But I don't know much about it, so. Joyce says, I don't do social media, Facebook, etc. I turn my phone off when I go to the store. Well, at least you won't have anybody bothering you while you're trying to shop. Beck says, thank you, thank you. James says, Dad off. Trisha says, hi, Danno. Hello, Trisha. Joyce Meadows. President Trump, he's the best. I know he will fix. Yeah. Tied up. All right. All right. The suspense is on. Wow, I can't believe it's that close of a game. I thought Xavier was gonna beat him up. Chaser says, hi, Danno. Love your show. I've learned so much from watching this show. I shop at Kroger. Love you and Jessica. Kroger is one of my favorite stores. Thank you very much. Thank you. And, you know, it's like I feel like a lot of people are mixed reviews. Kroger's prices are very high, but we always say they have the best sales because they do. They have sales every week. Even now, yeah, this week kind of stinks because it's all digital, right? And I know probably half of our channel doesn't like doing the digital coupons. I mean, I don't like doing them, but I mean, it's like that's how we save. It's how we're going to save a lot of money, you know, because it's all about saving money. I mean, at least that's how I look at it. And you know, the more and more money we save in the grocery stores, the more and more we're able to put a little bit away for other things that we're going to need of prices that are going up, like gas, you know, and other things. Hello, Victoria. How are you? A 20-ounce insulated travel mug is my vote. Boy, mine too. Hey, Roby. Happy St. Patrick's Day. James says, I don't have a Kroger or Aldi near me, but I still watch the show. Keep going. Well, thank you, James. What are some of the major shops you do, or what grocery stores do you go to? trying to keep a mental log of some of these stores that a lot of our viewers go to that don't have a lot of these stores. So that one, I can talk about some of the things that you, maybe some of the prices of things, in some of your stores. I mean, you probably have like Walmart, maybe Target, some of these other stores. That's why I'm kind of excited when we get down to Tennessee to see how Publix is doing. I've been hearing some nightmare stories from the same people who shop at Publix that were praising Publix a year ago. Now we're hearing different stories. I mean, uh, I kind of had a feeling. I mean, when we were in Florida in September, and it was like we were seeing prices that we were comparing with Publix to Kroger. I mean, it was like Kroger and some of these other, even some other stores were about the same price as Publix. Publix has always been traditionally high in price, great quality. I mean, you can't deny the quality of Publix. Um, but now we're hearing from people who were saying the same thing back then of this is how you get sales at Publix. So like some of these things have gone away. They still do their BOGO deals apparently, but not as good, right? Because as we see prices go up on everything, obviously the sale prices aren't going to be as good. So every now and then they'll throw one in there, but it's rare these days. Danno, hello Kevin. King's Hawaiian bread at Publix in Lakeland, Florida was $9.99 for 24 rolls. Whoo! Sheesh. $8.99. Still. Yeah, that's crazy. Deanna says they hold back stock. If you listen to the workers, they mention it. Joyce says cereal at Aldi's. A lot cheaper. I get the Raisin Bran there. It's $2.29 a box. $3 cheaper. Exactly $3 cheaper than Kellogg's Raisin Bran at Kroger. Roby says my extra snap ended this month. Yeah, I know. It sucks for a lot of people. I mean, it's just gonna take some getting used to. We get a lot of comments on this. We know people who it's been. All right, Xavier. They're saying Xavier's gonna win. Yes. All right. Xavier wins. Go Musketeers. At least I got one right on my bracket today. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you for the play-by-play. Wow, what a team. And they've done that. I shouldn't have even doubted. They've done that a lot this year. It's just I'm not watching and not seeing the time. The time is important. Thank you guys. MJ Haas and Crown Apple Kid and Joyce for bringing us the play-by-play updates. Hello, Madeline. How are you? Eating my $2.99 pound glazed corned beef. That sounds amazing. Drees Gaming says, I restock frozen areas of Walmart. Oh, you work at Walmart. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for your hard-working job. I mean, I'll tell you what, to work at Walmart, especially in food, that's got to be tough. Because, I mean, if it's anything like our Walmart on like a Saturday or Sunday, man, sometimes it looks like a demilitarized zone in there. That's why I don't like if I go to Walmart on a some Saturday or Sunday, if I see like huge gaping holes, we're not, that stuff's probably going to get replaced. Unless it's a trend of something that we can't find in all the other stores. I don't even mention it anymore. We just go on to. We're so busy finding things that everybody is either not being able to find in your stores or prices is the big one. Trying to find the cheaper prices. And a lot of stuff is cheaper at Walmart. I mean, there's no denying that. Even if it's just 50 cents cheaper. You add 50 cents up over 100 items. That's a lot of money. Dog and Puppy says, saw you at Kroger this morning. Happy St. Patty's Day. Have a great day, Jerry. Oh, were you the one I saw in the freezer aisle? Well, nice to see you. Happy St. Patty's Day. Jess, are you out here? Jess, are you still working? Oh, she's still working, guys. Sorry. uh, yes, Madeline. Mariano's is Kroger. Yeah. Boy, Kroger owns so much, and now they're about to take over Albertsons and Safeway, apparently. I mean, that's crazy. Like, it's like, I guess it never really, like, say, I guess in a way, I'm a little excited for it, and the only reason why I say that, okay, I'm not excited for the different price changes or things that people love at Albertsons. You know, I'm hoping that they keep the things that you love Albertsons for. What I like about it is that now we're going to have more groups of people that we're able to compare prices with different things. Um, we'll be able to be in touch with a lot more people on the East Coast because the East Coast is Albertsons is everywhere, and that'll bring in a lot of New Yorkers to the channel. So we might have a lot more angry people here coming up. I'm just kidding. That's one place I've always wanted to go that I've never been is New York. I would love to go to the Big Apple. I just we gotta go. I would just like to do the Statue of Liberty, all the touristy stuff, But I'd like to, um, like to get some New York style pizza. That would be fun. I don't know why my camera is like, it is like fluttering here. I don't know what is going on? Sue says, Dano, I don't know if Tennessee still has tax on groceries, but it sure bumped up your grocery budget. Yes, they do. They do. It depends on where you are in Tennessee. Where we're going, the taxes are pretty high on groceries. So, but I'm not factoring that in. I will talk about it, but I'm not factoring that in on the price of what we see stuff as we go along, like for canned goods and stuff like that. I'm not going to keep saying, well, plus the tax they have here. I'll say it at like the end of the video. You will have to factor in all this extra price. Joyce has been buying cereal at Aldi's for a long time. Yeah, me too. I mean, since we started shopping at Aldi's. Hello, Connie. How are you? Good afternoon. Happy St. Patty's Day. Victoria says, I live in Davenport, Iowa. Only have Hy-Vee and Jewel grocery stores, but love your channel to see the prices and shortages so I can keep an eye on here and what could be coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Victoria, you've been with us for a long time too. And I'll tell you what, if ever, yeah, because I mean, Jewel is around past Indianapolis and west, kind of a Central America or Central United States, store. I don't know how far west it goes. I don't know if it goes all the way out to California. I think there's one in Oklahoma. Based on what we've heard from you guys, viewers. I know a couple of our viewers, Cheryl, Madeline, do you have Jewel up there, don't you? In Chicago? I don't know if it goes that far north. Thank you, Judy. Yes, this is got the iron. This is actually Jessica's shirt, so I'm trying not to stretch it on her. Yeah, oh my, it's the only like happy like. Hold on, if you can see it here. Happy go lucky. I don't know where my hat is. I have a hat. I got some funny glasses and everything that I bought at Dollar Tree last year that I meant to wear on a live show and never did. Patricia says, I like to get these small shrimp rings at Walmart for $4.99. Perfect for one. They are $5.99 at Kroger right now. They went up to $8.99. You're talking about the 20 count, right? The small ones. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's getting really expensive. But yeah, if they're that price right now at Walmart, I'd buy up a couple of them because they just went up at Kroger regular price to $9. Trisha says, love you, Jess. Sheila says, those shrimp rings looked great this week at Kroger. Yes, they do. I love the Kroger marinara that they have. That is fan. That's some of the best marinara. It's like a hidden gem in the middle of all that great shrimp. It's good shrimp too. It's always good. I've never had a bad one. Yeah, Elaine, Kroger is almost more expensive than Meyer. I struggle with that one. I don't really know why. My brain thinks sales, right? So Kroger, in that sense, is sales. Thank you, Otter. Green beer. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. Really appreciate that, guys. Um, Meyer Meyer's quality is better. I will say that. Meyer meat, everything of Meyer's meat is better than Kroger. Everything. Hamburger, chicken, pork, anything you buy at Meyer is going to be better quality than Kroger meat. I no doubt. I've never bought anything at Kroger as meat wise that I have, or I've always liked Meyer better. Always. Meyer chicken is fantastic. I'd almost pay a little more for it rather than to get Tyson. Tyson's been kind of tough lately. I don't know what's going on with that. I did that deal the other day and I was like, boy, why did I do this? Um, I made chicken and dumplings and, well, okay, so we did well, I don't know. Jess made barbecue tenderloins, and as to where they were good, still not as good as Meyer. Okay, and then I had it was the buy one get one free, and I got uh, the chicken breast, and I did the chicken and dumplings, and it was real tough. I didn't do anything different, nothing different, but yeah, usually we were out of chicken, or we usually for that I'll use like Sam's Club chicken, members mark, and that's always good. But I would probably still pick Meyer chicken. Meyer chicken's fantastic. Uh, all right, MJ Haas. Have a good day, buddy. Joyce says Walmart Mears looks better and price better than Kroger. I'm disappointed with Kroger. Gone up about 25% on things. I figure Cincinnati prices are about the same as Atlanta area prices. Maybe more here. I don't know, but a lot of things have gone up a lot more than that. I've seen, I mean, if you're just talking like the last couple months, yeah, okay, 25%. But over the last year, we've seen things literally double or even more on a lot of things. Some things, 50%, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It goes from product to product, and then a product decides to have a sale. You'll notice when products are not selling, though. You'll notice when they drop, like they're not dropping regular prices. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're signing up on a bid to be on sales with like Kroger and Meyer and all these other places. Because I mean, Nature Valley, right? As you guys all know, I love those and Honey Nature Valley bars, which I will not buy if they're not a good deal. I will never pay $4.29 for a box of those. However, they're on sale on a digital coupon for $1.99 this week. So I bought up a few, even though I had a couple. I like to snack on them when I'm out, doing the videos and stuff. It's something I can eat a light lunch, just a snack, or if I'm camping, they're great for everything. I used to love snacking on Vienna sausages, like camping and just a quick lunch and stuff. But boy, they had that big recall, and mine were affected. I had to throw every one of them out. Yeah, I could have got my money back. I guess I don't know. It was more of a headache. I was pretty upset. I was upset. I only had like four of them left anyway, and I was like, forget it. But I'm just not buying them because it's like you start putting recalls on things. I don't know. Still haven't bought Jif peanut butter, guys. That was Jessica's favorite peanut butter. She refuses to get it too. We've been getting the Peter Pan, but who knows? Sheila says, I hope you get there soon, Danno, New York. Oh yeah, yeah. I really want to go. Joyce says, are there Lidl? I don't know, how do you say that? Little stores in Cincinnati? No, there's not. No. Um, I think that's kind of an East Coast store too, or East. But no, we don't have it. I know they got great deals. We have a lot of people that shop there, but I'd like to visit one someday. A lot of these stores I like. I'd like to visit Giant Eagle too. Some of these other ones that some of you guys shop at sound really cool. It's sad to see some stories like, a lot of people that were talking really great about some of these stores a year ago, and now we're hearing stories like, I paid this much at Giant Eagle, and it's like, this has never been like this before, and it's like, like I say in some other videos, it's like some of these stores are playing catch up, right? I mean, it's like this. Some of this is kind of like the story that you hear of, and I hate to say this, and well, I'll talk about this for a second, so that anybody that wants to try and understand my way of thinking. When you have products that you're selling in a store, right? Okay, it could be anything. Say half gallon of milk for $2. Okay. And then you have all of these places that are selling half a gallon of milk for $2. Okay. And it's just an example. Say $2 is a high price. And then you have a group, you have a guy, you have a store that's probably a popular store in your city, but not like Kroger or something. And then they're selling it for $1. Or say it is even being sold at Kroger. Say they picked it up or Walmart picked it up, and you have this milk and it's being sold for $1. The problem with that is that most people are going to think, because this is sold everywhere, not just Kroger, but everywhere for $2. And then you have this one for $1 in the same store. Okay. People are going to think that they're getting less quality. They would almost rather spend the $2 than to get one that is half price because of the quality. Now, a lot of us who, try to save money any way they can, if you don't notice a difference in the milk, especially if the quality is the same, why not get it for $1? I completely agree. But I feel most people look at something like that, something they've bought their whole life. That Kroger milk for $2, and then you see one for $1 there. You're going to wonder what it tastes like, but you're going to instantly say, nope, I'll just spend an extra dollar on the $2 Kroger milk that I've drank my whole life. I'm fine with it. But that is the issue that we're seeing in a lot of stores. And when I say seeing playing catch up, we're seeing all different kinds of products that are this set price that have gone up to a ridiculous amount. And then you have something that is maybe even half off. But you have been buying that for so long, either you're just not thinking about it or you don't want to try it. And then people will think that you're getting less quality. Well, I don't want to buy that because that's a Dollar Tree. I don't want to buy that because that's a Family Dollar. That's where we have the problem. That's why a lot of prices aren't coming down, because people are continuing to pay the higher prices. Now, I'm not saying buy the $1 gallon of milk or half gallon of milk. All I'm saying is that this is why we're seeing store brands go up to these prices, because people aren't buying the store brands because they feel like they're getting less quality. That's why you're paying $3 for a $1.79 bag of Kroger fries. Because if they still had it for a $1.79, people are going to think, well, why is that so cheap? I'm not buying that. That's garbage. Most people, maybe not you guys, but most people, I feel, are going to think that way. I'd like to visit an HEB also. Oh, what the? Oh, sorry, I just saw a fire truck drive around the complex here. uh, Regina says, I looked up ShopRite. It says they are a cooperative. We do not have Albertsons here where I live. Joy says, got nice boneless chops at Meijer yesterday. All the meat is top notch at Meijer. Never had any bad meat at Meijer ever. And they still have butchers, right? I feel like this is becoming a thing of the past, right? They have meat, actual people that will cut it for you, right? They grind the hamburger up in the back. They cut you off steaks. They cut off, if you want to roast, you get it cut right off. I mean, fresh, as fresh as it could possibly be. They ship this stuff into Kroger now. They don't actually have butchers that are cutting it off for you anymore. They'll open up a package and cut it in half if you don't want that much, or if you want to cut it in two. But they don't actually have in the back where they actually have, like, uh, meat guys, meat cutters, which is crazy. Happy St. Patty's Day, 112. Deanna says canned chicken isn't bad for chicken and dumplings in a pinch. That is true. If you do that, though, you may not want to do it like as long as I do. You might want to put less time on that. Because if you cook it, I mean, I don't know, maybe, but if you do it in the crock pot because with my recipe, I put 3 chicken breasts in the crock pot and let it cook on high for 4 hours, and then I add the dumplings, and that cooks for an extra hour. If you use shredded, it's gonna be it's gonna be broth by the time it's done. But sure, you can do that. Just yeah, you'd have to cook it on the stove probably, maybe just on low or something. I guess you could do it in the crock pot on low. Oh, that's a good idea though. Uh, but that could be, Debbie. Yeah, if salt water is injected into the chicken, makes it rubbery. Ugh. I just hate thinking like that. Let's see. Regina says we have higher prices in some things here in New York State and cheaper as well in others. Regina also says if you do not buy, they have to sell them so the sales come. I almost feel like these stores. See, I'm a little indifferent with that because I feel like these stores would almost rather throw it in the garbage than sell it for a good price. And the reason why I say that's because we see these sales come in, right? And it's like, where was this for the last 3 weeks? Right? Why is this just now at the store? It had to have been somewhere sitting there for you to plot and plan to sell this for this cheap or to sell it at all. Like some of the stuff we don't see. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're seeing, like, we've gotten 100 comments on canned mushrooms. I mean, I guess Walmart has them. I haven't been able to find them at Kroger. They were sold out at Aldi. Canned mushrooms, I don't know what's going on. They'll come back, and they're coming back at a higher price. You better believe it. Whatever it is, however it's working out, that's what's going to happen. That is what we've seen on every other product, and I have no reason to believe that anything's going to be different with this one. It's going to come back, and it's going to be at a very higher price. So if you find sales on canned mushrooms and you want to just stock up on them, buy them before they start coming back in, because they'll come back in and they'll have the regular price tag on there, and then a couple weeks later, you'll see it go up. No Wegmans, but I've been in a few when I traveled. I've never been to Albertsons either. Yeah, I'd actually like to visit Albertsons. Yes, Joyce, saltines are $1.29 at Aldi, and yeah, we get a lot of good comments on them. Lion King in Maine and Nova Scotia. Is it called Lion King? Or Food Lion? No. Regina is stocked, and now I only buy sales that are close to old price. Well, that's smart. Patricia says Giant Eagle is like Kroger's, in that you have to shop the sales. You have to watch their soup sales because in tiny letters it says selected varieties. Yes, you do. That's a big thing these days. They put it on the big bins right at Kroger, like, this is all on sale for $1, and then you go to the aisle to find out that no, it's only 4 different kinds that I don't need. I mean, it's good. It's good that they're selling the Campbell's chicken noodle tomato is $1 right now at Kroger, and the chicken, the mushroom, cream of mushroom, and cream of chicken. Those 4 are the only ones on sale for $1 this week at Kroger. That doesn't include the. I don't. I don't think it includes the cream of celery. I think that's still $1.89 a can. I don't know what makes that so much more. Uh. Sue says, Danno, I heard that Kroger's had a $2 billion in profit last year. I'm sure they did. That's it? That's all? Yeah, I mean, they're making money hand over fist. But again, I will say, guys, I mean, it's a business. Thank you to every grocery store out there that is able to work this business so that we can go to a store and buy food, right? It's like we don't have to slaughter our own cows if we don't want to. We don't. I mean, I don't. I got fishing poles. So I mean, I'm ready. If everything hits the fan, I mean, you can hunt. If you want to, you may feel a little squeamish, when you gotta perform a taxidermy on your own deer, But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know people do it. I have friends that hunt, and they get their own meat. I got a buddy right now. He's got two deer in his freezer full. I mean, he didn't do all the stuff. He took it to the cutter, the meat cutter. But I mean, that's the way to do it, guys. I mean, that's cheap, really cheap. Oh, that's awesome, Roby. Yeah, I didn't know any of them still did. No Kroger around here has butchers anymore. I mean, they still have the meat guys, but they don't have the fresh meat in the back that they can just go cut you off a steak. Chris Stapleton, there's one of our favorite Meyer fans. How are you, Chris? South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa have Sunshine Foods. There are 16 stores in the U.S. I used to shop there in Sioux Falls. So, oh, that's awesome. Regina says, exactly, Danno. Lorena says, everything is out of control, price gouging, grow your own. Yeah, if you can. I mean, that's great. You really got to watch the prices of some things. I had a guy send me an email the other day. It was showing how much like it costs for him to do his garden and all this stuff. And it's like, geez, I mean, for that price, might as well get this stuff in the store. Get in good with a farmer who mass produces and, Okay. Are we back? Somebody comment here if we're back. I don't know what happened. Okay, good. I don't know what happened there. There's been some crazy winds lately. I don't know if that has something to do with it. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, our tree was bending sideways out here before, so that could have had something to do with it. Not really sure. What time is it? Oh my goodness. We've been on here for 2 hours. Whoa. All right, good. We're back. I don't know where I left off. Yeah, it's always good, Regina, to if you know somebody to go in on a whole cow, maybe get a half cow, get all the different pieces cut up and put it into your freezer. That's the best way to do it. It's definitely the cheapest. Yeah, it's the Ides of March. All right, well we're gonna start to end the show here. I told Jess I'd be on till 3, and it is almost 3:30. So. go. I love this guitar. This was a nice little treat that I bought myself a little while back, and that is the best acoustic guitar I think I've ever owned. Oh, thank you, Lila. Thank you. And you're right, JL, vegetables from the garden do taste way better. That's because they're fresh. They're right off the stalk. You know, I mean, you can't get much fresher than that. Although, you can at farmers markets, and that's the way to go, guys. I mean, you know, you want the best vegetables, that's where you're going to get them. That's why I love Jungle Gems. Jungle Gems, I mean, everything you get there is as fresh as it could possibly be. I've never had a bad tomato from there. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining the live show today. Glad we were able to do a Friday show. You know, we may sprinkle these in as we go along. I'm not going to set the Friday night thing up. You know, we'll see what happens when we head out here in a couple weeks to Tennessee. We might do some live show. It'd be nice to get Jess on one. But we will have the videos cranking here for you guys. It's going to be awesome. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't get too drunk. And if you do, don't drive. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Always remember the adventure is out there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30. Bright and early.